Today is April 26, 2024. A couple days ago, I said I have some things to say, but I'm going to scratch that and say this morning I have some statements to make, and I'm going to ask questions, and I'm just going to be myself. Who I am Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan. I'm a legal assistant. I'm a paralegal, consultant, marketer, multi-services firm. So in making my statements and speaking, just speaking, when I spoke and when I speak in general or in private circumstances, words are used, and I use words, and I'm a professional in my own business, in my own practice. This is a business. The business of life is serious. And I am handling my own life business very well. Some days I clap. Most days I cheer and clap for myself. In this sole proprietorship, I have no other choice. And I'm happy and glad and smile and laugh, cheering for myself. I, Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan, handles any words and all words meticulously. And Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan especially handles all the especially expletive mothers, expletives, words as they were meant to be handled. Because at this juncture in time and experience and knowledge and skills I have garnered and gathered for myself, I'm knowledgeable. Excuse me. I know because I've experienced all of the circumstances where I gained the knowledge. The math ain't mathing. The nothing ain't nothinging. And those two sentences I just said, the math ain't mathing and the nothing ain't nothinging, all goes towards every sounding word that ever attacked Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan. Those sounding words, horrible sounding words, they put all of their efforts, every sound their mother's expletive make, they put into targeting and attacking and fighting against any one particular target whom they ever attack. And so there are still are those fighting words that every sound that they make and every sound they're going to make that it will ever fill up a population with and dump it in America, all it does and all it did and does is going to sound off against whom it was and is encouraged, directed to target with its sounds. And those sounds that attack any individual, are the sounds of an agenda. whatever the agenda is that people have for their own lives, businesses, they came in, however they came in, whether they immigrated and they started off on the wrong foot, but they're actually spinning on their heads in America, or they were birthed someplace in some hospital here in America. But for all intents and purposes, they're landed on their heads and they're spinning their wheels, traversing, trespassing, and committing crimes, destroying and killing single individual business owners. And that's very criminalistic. It's reckless. It's still reckless. It's the most reckless it's ever been. And because it's been so reckless, it's been very, very reckless. With the name life business, it's been targeting. Many are forewarned. You all were warned. More than just to be careful, you all were informed of your recklessness, with your use of not just unfair words, libel and slander, but your use and your usage and your attempts to use and belittle and besmirch in an individual person, name, life, and business, sticking on name, life, and the business within the name of the person. You all have been reckless, trained and training your recklessness, your reckless sounds have gone on long enough. And it must stop. It must end. Before the worst that's yet to come from you all really goes to do the worst it can ever do to the person. Because from the beginning of the attack that hasn't stopped, the recklessness against the person's name, life, and business, there is a pattern. And no one wants to play any games with any 99.99999% of any population that have made and bred itself into a frenzy of criminalistic population whores, word thieves, money thieves, whores. Excuse. Jennifer Elizabeth Strachan, past wind.